Hey everyone, welcome to this week's transformation reading. And what we've been doing is pulling a card here from a deck that I'm working on with the creator. It has 7 stacks, and this stack talks about emotional fires and provides us an emotion that we can look at transforming from a fear-based emotion, an uncomfortable emotion, into one of unconditional love, peace, joy and laughter. So I'm going to go ahead here and we will shuffle through these. And each week as I do these, I do leave the other cards out. So eventually we'll get down to just one, and we'll have gone through this entire stack. All right, creator, what would you like us to focus on with transformation this week, please? Oh yes, lovely betrayal, stabbed in the back. We offer love, and we get betrayed. And of course, imagine if you haven't experienced this yet, then you will, of course, experience it sometime in your life, I imagine, because this is one of the juiciest, most intense, I think, emotions that we feel. It's the heartbreak that a lot of us feel in the beginning. This, which when we talk about heartbreak, it is something that we're taught happens. We have all these things that we can get betrayed by, right? And we're supposed to feel this way when someone promises us something and doesn't uphold that, right? Or we trust someone and give them our confidence and they let us down, either talking behind our back or cheating on us or sharing something that we told them in confidence, and we get embarrassed by it, or it causes us a lot of pushback, but a lot of stuff that comes back our way as a result of that being revealed. And one of the big things with the feeling of heartbreak is actually when our heart activates and goes into the fight or flight mode. It's the startled feeling. Heartbreak is like that pinch of the heart that happens when we fear what it means about us. What is going to happen to us because of that situation. So when we get cheated on, oh my God, we like, our heart drops and we go into this fight or fleeing because we fear, what does that mean about us, right? And that's what happens with betrayal. When someone talks behind our back, someone, like I said, all those examples of being cheated on, and or someone at work, they throw you under the bus or make up lies about us, right? And when that happens, then we go into our defensive mode, and our heart just starts beating very fast. We go through all the fight or flight symptoms: dry mouth, our muscles ache, the blood rushes from our brain, so we feel confused. We don't want to make logical choices, and we don't, because our brain is not functioning at its logical side. It's reacting from our "oh crap, run" or "oh crap, fight," kind of mentalities. So that feeling of betrayal is not a comfortable feeling, because it's not what we feel on the other side from where we come. On the other side, we can trust 100% each other and the creator, because we all are part of each other. On the other side, we feel everyone's emotions, we feel everyone's thoughts. So really, you can't hide anything anyway, so you can't be betrayed. But what I love, the creator gives us these items on the bottom here. This is how we can transform betrayal into that peace, unconditional love, joy, and even laughter. And it's the mirror. And what the mirror means for us is that whenever we're betrayed, they are our teachers, they are our mirrors, reflecting back to us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. And what I mean by that is, an example is like a relationship. So I had several relationships that lasted anywhere from a year to 3 years, and in a few of them I felt betrayed, and I went through that, those emotions. But when in hindsight, usually it's in hindsight we see these things, right? We usually don't see them too much in foresight unless you've kind of done a lot of inner work and reflection to where you know by the signs what's coming, and you're like, okay, I can deal with this. But in looking back in my past relationships, when I felt betrayed, what the feelings around that are, like I felt like I was not respected, and I felt like I wasn't worthy, and I deserved more. You promised me that I was the one for you, and you only wanted to be with me, but then you ended up sleeping with other people. It's like, okay, that is like usually a huge feeling of betrayal, right? But when I look back, I realized that the only place I can find the love that I'm looking for, that trustworthy, eternal, stable love is inside. And that comes from the Creator of all things. God is love. Our Creator, the mother and father of all things, is made of unconditional love, and we are made of unconditional love. So when we realize that, and you see that on the inside, it's like, okay, I am the only one that can choose to be happy. No one can make me happy. Yeah, people can make it harder or easier for me to choose to be happy, but ultimately, I'm the one who chooses to be loved. I'm the one who chooses to be happy, to be joyful, to be at peace. I'm the one that makes all those choices. So when I, realized that, then I realized when I went outside of myself for all those things, I was betraying my own self. I was looking for love out there instead of looking for love in here. And that's how I say to my friends too, that go through that same thing where I used to be a serial monogamist. I would go from one relationship to another, to another, to another. Go, well, you're not bringing me that love, and you cheated on me or whatever, or treated me with disrespect. So you're not the one. And the next, and we'd go from one to one. And I'm like, so after I realized it, and I saw my friends going through it, I'm like, why are you cheating on yourself? You are the mate you're looking for. Then once you find that inside, then, those relationships, those intimate relationships or friendships or family or whatever, all that love is extra. That's above and beyond. And that doesn't devastate you when you don't have it. It's just extra. And you are grateful and thankful for what you have, but you find that love that you're looking for on the inside. So the mirror, whenever I have the feelings, dwell up inside me, I'm like, okay, that is about me. That's not about them. So these emotions that are coming up, I own those. Those are my emotions. They're not happening out here. Yeah, I might have had triggers that got triggered within me because of something I witnessed out there or experienced out there, but it's still happening in here. So this is all about me. It's all about me questioning, why do I feel betrayed in that situation? And is that true? Does that really mean anything about me? That person said that they wanted to be faithful. Maybe in that moment they meant it, and they had the greatest intentions to keep that, but something happened, and in that moment they felt low about themselves. They weren't feeling fulfilled in this relationship with me. And so they wanted to feel good about themselves, and someone happened to come along that made them feel that way. Had nothing to do with me. I could have been giving them the world, and if they were unhappy on the inside, they could still have chosen to find something else, right? So when we realize that, and we get our power back by finding, taking away the sword and taking our own heart into our own hands, and realizing everyone is always a mirror pointing us back to us. I always say that all of my relationships were all my teachers, pointing me back to me until I saw what I wanted them to show me. And usually it was about how I felt about myself, my own self-worth, my own respect. And they definitely did a great job. They should get a bonus for how well they did it. That's no judgment. I say that in total jest, because I'm friends with, all of them. They're not my enemies anyway. I may not be in constant contact with them, but I still love them all, and I see them as the higher beings that they really are. They were my teachers, and I thank them. Without them, I would still be on this serial monogamy, trying to get into relationships over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it was about 5 good ones. I journaled through this, period of time, and I look back, just over 5 years. When I looked back at towards the end of my 5th relationship, I saw the patterns that I repeated because I had journaled, everything. And I was like, oh my God, when you look at it from a third person or, hindsight, it's like, wow, I see what happened over and over and over again. And I saw it in perfect timing. I wanted to experience all those, and I learned it very well in and out of it. And I love that we come here to experience these things. These are not bad, emotions. These are emotions. We are taught to say that they're bad because that's part of our journey here as humans, is to judge everything as good, bad, to understand where we stand in the lovability, area. But when we realize that it's just an emotion, it's just an uncomfortable emotion because it's something that we're not used to. On the other side, we're so full of that unconditional love and peace and joy and happiness. It's just, when you can sit in a presence of unconditional love, how could you not feel joyful? How could you not just explode with happiness, right? Where here we experience our opposite, and in experiencing this, we understand more fully who we really are. So in experiencing betrayal, for example, we understand more deeply what being faithful and being able to trust really is. Without having these other experiences, we wouldn't as fully understand it. Like if we only sat in a nice warm hot tub without experiencing the cold of jumping into a freezing pool, you wouldn't understand the extent of that warm hot tub. So, but I love this for you. Definitely just know as you go through this week, looking at possibly transforming these experiences of betrayal, just know every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care now.